the jazz hands ready. Come on, guys, jazz hands. A babyface P, jazz hand. Babyface P is in the building. There goes Rod Mills in the building doing jazz hands. There we go. We are live. Welcome back to the Big Daddy Guns. No, it's not the Big Daddy. Yes, it is the Big Daddy Guns studio, but it's the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. I was just saying how unorganized I am today. So welcome back to the show. I think it's episode 166 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, live from Big Daddy Guns. And today we're talking about Justice John Paul Stevens and why he has it wrong about the Second Amendment for the, I don't know. This is like the umpteenth time. This guy is not, he's not pro Second Amendment at all. He would like to just get rid of the Second Amendment altogether. And we're going to talk about that and a bunch of other things going on in the news. Of course, we've got Babyface P.
Woo!
Decided to show up today. Thank you.
That's right.
Representing for the Leviathans. The Leviathan LLC. Huh?
He gave me a free hat.
Yeah. And that's one of the very hard to get ones. I don't know what the hell that pattern is called. Somebody out there knows what that pattern is. It's not gingham, is it? No.
This is
what is it when you have like the blue patch cross whatever thing?
God, now I can't think of what it's called.
Yeah, someone tell us what the hell that is. Hold that up for the cameras, Babyface Piece. Where the hell did he go?
He dropped off.
Oh, this is just totally insane today. Okay, we got Rod Mills. Mr. Not Legal in California.
That's it.
I'm digging the shirt, man. What's up?
Let me try this again. There we go.
There he is.
Yeah. Did you not want to take off your hat or something?
No, this new Mac is killing me.
Oh.
I really hate these new MacBooks.
Oh, hey, this is the Oreo broadcast. You are now on the outside, Babyface on the inside.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Oreo.
The Oreo.
He's the cream in the middle.
The cream in the middle.
We call him Babyface P. So, okay, we're going to talk about that and a bunch of stuff on this Tuesday evening. So what's up to everyone out there who's watching us? Please, folks, just smash those thumbs ups buttons. Okay, we need the thumbs ups. We need as many as possible. See, check it out. Thumbs ups right there. Do it right now. Do it right now. I'm trying to hypnotize the people to hit the thumbs ups. Vote and vote often.
All thumbs says I got work during the stress drill. I totally did, but I am proud of how I shot that stress drill. I got like 5 out of 7 on target. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Oh, so you know what? Yeah, that is something we're going to talk about today because, and that's not even a video. Lola did that video all on her own.
Impromptu.
Yeah, I refuse to take part.
Hank would do it.
Hell's no.
Man, come on. The masses wanted to see you, Hank.
No, I don't think so. The people don't want to see me. They don't want to see me do that. No. I've done it before. Don't think I haven't done it. The last time I was out at Valor Ridge, Reed had us running all up and down the mountains. I know how it is. I know how it is. We had to go all through this crazy course that he had set out, running with whatever guns, ammo we had on us, and then stop along the way, and then come all the way back up, climb up this hill, and then make like a 300. No, was it 3? I think it was 400-yard shot.
Woo! That's impressive.
Yeah. So you have to make it, otherwise it's not over until you actually hit the steel out there. So yeah, I know what that's like. Wow. I know what that's like, but that is a good drill. And Babyface went through it. I guess people are enjoying that video.
Did we put up the one with Gabe as well?
You know what? I need to
where he shot the high point and it just completely failed on him.
Oh my god!
I don't think we got that one.
And you know what's funny? I think we did. And you know what's funny? High points don't do that all the time.
Oh man, I don't know.
Apparently they do. Well, the minute you turn on the camera, yes, they do. So that's the thing that happened there. So yeah, we could totally talk about that video as well. I'm trying to check right now and see how that video is doing.
Yeah, how is it?
I don't know. Maybe everyone needs to go out there. Actually, it's doing all right. It's not doing, it's not getting as many views as it should. We probably need to share that. Make sure you guys go watch that video. It's called Cardio Control Training Drill with Rod Mills. And I probably need to share it and all that kind of stuff on my social media. It's been kind of crazy.
We should say that it was completely unexpected. Like, literally, Rod walked up to me and was like, "Hey, I want you to try this." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Here's what you're gonna do," and then we ran it.
Yeah, and he waited until right after everyone just finished having barbecue.
Yeah, we ate.
I was like, one of these dudes, that barbecue is coming back up.
Yeah,
and my bets were on Babyface, but he survived.
Yeah. Hey, Hank, speaking of the barbecue, tell everybody how the barbecue went.
Oh, it was great, man. It was great. It's Walter brought some kind of. You did the barbecuing, so thank you.
The chicken was fantastic.
Yeah, the chicken was pretty good. That was wasn't that gun money? Wasn't that gun trade chicken?
Was that what? I think you're right. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, that was. If you guys remember, if you've been watching the show long enough, you'll remember Walter traded for some kind of gun. He got a bunch of meat. And also cakes, right? He got cakes. I think you were there.
I got a chocolate cake, and it was delicious.
Yeah, so
very good.
Yeah, Walter's a Renaissance man. If you've got something good to trade, Walter's down to trade. So you got a bunch of meat and stuff, which he brought some of that out there. And I think the chicken was good. We had burgers.
I mean,
it was pretty good.
Well, let's get the people in the chat. The whole thing, man. We got out there. I brought you guys some dessert.
Some donuts.
Some donuts. We started off with donuts and coffee. And
where did the donuts come from? What that was someplace in Jacksonville.
It's called it's in Jacksonville. It's called the Donut Shop. It's on University Boulevard. For those people that know Jacksonville, it's like the best mom and pop donut shop in all of Northeast Florida. And one thing with Southerners. When we go to someone's house, I was always taught, hey, don't go empty-handed, So, you guys invited me out to the hacienda, and I'm driving down the road from my house, and I said, oh, man, Hank, donuts, Walter, donuts, Babyface, donuts. I'm like, oh, yeah, they'll love this. So when I got some donuts, and, we ate, we shot, and then we ate some more with some more barbecue. I mean, it was like the perfect day. It wasn't hot. It wasn't cold. It was
it was nice and cool.
Very nice.
You were just lounging.
Man, I was just glad to get out of town and just be in the country and, around good people. It was a nice breeze. The only thing I can say if there was a negative was those little insects that were flying around. They only Gabe, though. They
really only went after him.
Yeah. So that's probably a good pointer to anyone having barbecue right now. If you know someone that's Asian, and the bugs enjoy eating whatever flavor they are more than you can just invite them out there. Gabe was so mad. He was like, I can't believe this.
I had to give the poor fella some off.
I think the rest of us we've been bitten up so much in the past, our blood is just tainted.
Yeah, they don't even want ours.
They saw us and like, oh hell no, we want him.
Yeah. There was something tasty in Gabe's blood, and they were just having a good old time.
I mean, hey, like I told you, when I left going home, man, that was like one of the most relaxing rides. It's only about an hour 45 minutes, so it was real relaxing. I got a chance to think about everything that we did today. Shooting. I mean, we had automatic rifles. The highlight of my day was shooting the 50 cal that Walter brought. I love that. And you know me, hey, you thought something was wrong, and I was just sitting on the seat, off by the barbecue with my feet up and just looking at you guys. And that was like, I kind of felt like what's that movie the Shawshank Redemption. Remember that scene where they served beers and Andy didn't want any beer. He just wanted to look at all the other folks drinking and enjoying beer. I had an out of body experience. I was that Andy character, so that was me.
Well, I'll tell you something. I do like movies, and usually I know movies, but Shawshank Redemption, I refuse to watch.
What?
Because I don't like
good movie.
I don't like prison movies.
Oh man,
I don't want to see dudes get anally raped. Thank you very much. That's not my thing. So, I stay away from movies like that. I also stay away from movies like The Crying Game. So don't know anything about that either. Never watched Brokeback Mountain either. So
I never watched it.
No,
is that a prison movie?
Might as well be. If you don't know, don't worry, you're good. You don't need to know. You don't need to know anything about it. So just trust me on that one. Don't IMDb it.
Okay, gotcha.
You know, but no, actually, have I ever? No, I don't think I've ever actually watched that whole movie.
Man, you gotta watch it, man. Yeah,
okay.
It's like one of my top 5.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I got a new top 5 movie just came in, you know, out of all time, but you know, moved out a couple of you know, one, but you know, of course, you know, the most recent one I love, you know, which is Black Panther, you know, but that was one of my favorites.
Haven't seen it yet. I've heard good things.
Hey, now, Babyface, I will tell you this, is that I was pleasantly surprised at Proud Mary. It's like if John Wick was a black woman, that's what you got.
I haven't heard of it.
Proud Mary.
Oh, let me look it up.
Yeah, that's a new one that just came out.
Yeah, she's an assassin, and she's just like a black female version of John Wick, you know. Okay. And after John Wick, the series came out, I'm very critical of the firearm scenes and how it happens, and they did a pretty good job. I didn't think it was going to be good. They did a pretty good job. Not John Wick quality, but it wasn't cheesy.
I think John Wick is like the standard to meet. If anybody can beat John Wick, I would be very impressed.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I mean, those are good. I mean, you know, you can't beat Keanu Reeves, but
works his ass off.
Yeah, I mean, I did see that movie. That's probably one I would wait for it to come out on video. But I did go see Black Panther in the movies, and I thought it was a really good movie. I liked it. Yeah, you know, I think it kept me well entertained. So I don't know if everyone has seen it out there, but I saw it. You know what? Let's do this real quick. You know, I want to remind everyone to smash the thumbs ups right now. Okay, we need those. We appreciate them. Please do that so we can help people know that we're here and we're doing this show. I'm going to go through really quick and shout out everyone in the chat. But you know, in the meanwhile, people, you know, smash those thumbs ups. We need them as much as possible. You know, I think we got to 100. We can get to 200 with your help. So please do that. Let's see who's in the chat right now. I'm just going to go down real quick. Joe Carpenter he was number 1. So there you go. Joe Carpenter, number 1 again. Carl Compton. Let's see. Cody Phillips, Michael Bender, SoCal Gunner. And let's see who else. Ghetto Hood Gamer says, hey guys, what's going on, Ghetto? What's going on? Who do you see?
Mike Bender, that's my boy there.
Okay, you know that dude? Okay, cool. I see All Thumbs, David G. Let's see, Jason Gutierrez, Patrick M, Rock Humper, Wolfwind Prepper. So Wolfwind Prepper says Hank is making watching Third Rock from the Sun difficult. I don't understand. What?
You know, I've never actually watched that show.
Oh, I did watch that show, but I don't understand how I'm messing it up.
Maybe he's on a binge. He's on a Third Rock binge or something.
Wait, did that just go to Netflix or something?
I don't know.
That's probably what's going on. That was a funny show. I liked it. Let's see. Who else is in here? The Tyven Show is in. Vanessa Kitty, Imposter, DCG44S is also in here. Kentucky Firearms Network, who was on with us last night. Boss Hog as well. Chris Illog, what's going on, Chris?
Chris.
Yeah, Chris is a cool dude. You know what? We met Chris. I think that was like two weekends ago. I want to say now, because I actually picked up a gun from Chris. That's where I got my my FS 2000 from. You know,
what's that?
Shh, don't tell anyone. It's a bullpup. Oh, I didn't bring it with me today, but it's.
Is that the one you had at the hacienda? The like camouflage looking one?
No,
it was all black.
Yeah,
and it looked like a space cat.
Yeah, it's the one that looked like a boat.
Yeah, the one that we couldn't get the magazine out.
Yeah, we had problems with that. It was crazy.
No, it's there's a seal around.
I know. There's some sort of like waterproof seal inside the mag.
Yeah,
or inside the mag well.
We haven't even shot that yet, but thanks to Chris for coming out. And Lola was actually telling me how much like Chris reminds her of my brother Anonymous, which is very true. He does look a lot like my brother Anonymous. Just for anyone out there who wants to know. So there you go. Let's see. And Tactical Ranger 84 is also in here. What's up, Tactical Ranger? Let's see who else is in here that I haven't. that I haven't shouted out. I see Stefano Dog, TN2A guy, Richard Harper, Grizz3, Kal-El, Sean Sang says, hey guys, Claude Price, Better Call Saul, Jennifer Gentile, Aunt These Nuts TV is also in here. Brazilian Redneck, Firearm Ranch, Rockin' 91, Just Me 65, Music Lover, DC2 Mega Boost, Laramie Stephenson, Rodney Brady, Opt Out of Gun Control, also Matt Wallace, Steve Enfield, lots of folks in there. Kenneth K, Lupe Castillo, William Watson II, Laggy McLaggy Lag, Sid 1026. So shout out to everyone in there. If I missed anyone, I apologize. Let me know. I'll give you a shout out. I see Sergeant Hulk as Big Toe also in there. Let's see who else is in here. Mac Minigan says, what's up, strange folks? So there you go. And I see Lola's in the chat talking up to the people. So welcome back to the show, everyone. Thanks for being here. Like I said, we're very close to 200 people watching us right now. So hit the thumbs ups and let's get it going here. Let's talk about this. So now, did all of you guys see the news and what Justice Stevens came up with? If not, I will give you a link right about now.
I did, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Like what? This guy's retired. He clearly was happy to leave office when Obama was in, so a Democrat could take over. He does not agree with any of the Second Amendment rulings that have gone out. He was one of the dissenting voices for the, one of the recent, like within the last 10 years, there was a ruling. Yeah, there's been quite a few. Let me see. I'm going to pull up his Wikipedia thing right here. Yeah, so he's anti-gun, 100%.
Hell, he probably wrote the Second Amendment. Shit.
He's seven. Well, he served from 1975 until retirement in 2010. And he was the second oldest serving. Yeah. So he's the third longest serving Supreme Court justice in history. So, and he's from Chicago.
Of course he is.
Served in the Navy during World War II. There you go. Lots of things here about him. And it says here that he was born April 20th.
DC, right?
Yeah, he was born April 20th, 1920. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That just goes, and his political party is Republican.
No, it's not.
So, but you see, this is what people don't understand. Like the people from these two, this is the problem I have with the two parties, man. The people from, it's like two buckets of water that just keep pouring out into each other. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just all the same dudes. You can't really tell the difference between Republicans and Democrats, in my opinion. They're a lot of the freaking same. They just pretend like, oh, when I put on my Republican hat, I'm going to pretend I'm pro Second Amendment. You know, when they put on their Democratic hat, they're going to pretend they love all the peoples and they're not racist. Bullshit. You know, so I don't know, man. That's one of the weird things about these guys. But if anyone wants to know, there's lots of news here on him, but this one is from Reason. Reason.com says Justice John Paul Stevens is wrong about the Second Amendment again. And it's talking about Heller in his 2008 dissent. That's what you're referring to, right, Babyface?
Yep.
Yeah, in his 2008 dissent in District of Columbia versus Heller, which I met that guy Heller.
The Heller versus DC guy?
Yeah, I met him at a SHOT Show, I think.
Cool.
Couple of years ago. Supreme Court Justice John Paul Stevens insisted that the Second Amendment offers zero protection for what he called the right to possess and use guns for non-military purposes like hunting and personal defense. I don't know. How the hell did he come up to this conclusion?
He's insane. That's the only thing I can think is he's absolutely batshit insane.
Yeah. Okay. Tyven Show is complaining to me that the link doesn't work.
You need me to link it?
Yeah, here, let me put it. I don't know.
It was you put it in main chat, didn't you? Here for us.
Yeah. Maybe there's something at the end of it. I don't know what the hell.
Copy.
Yeah, the Reason blog or whatever. Or search.
I got it. I think it'll work.
Yeah, search Justice John Paul. What is it? John Paul Stevens, and you'll see the news. Yeah. Writing in today's New York Times, the retired justice reiterates that losing view for over 200 years. This is quotes from him. Okay, for over 200 years after the adoption of the Second Amendment, Stephen maintains it was uniformly understood as not placing any limit on either federal or state authority to enact gun control legislation. To clear the path for sweeping gun control restrictions now, Stevens advises activists should turn their energies towards passing a constitutional amendment that would overturn Heller and get rid of the Second Amendment.
Can you imagine?
It'll be all out war, dude.
Yeah, it would be.
I'll just tell you that. I mean, you guys, I don't want to get to that level, but screw that. You know, with America without the Second Amendment, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
You know, I saw people. Did you guys ever see the thing from Ice-T where Ice-T was talking about the Second Amendment and guns? It's old. It's been around for a while.
Yeah, you checked somebody, right?
Yeah, he was talking to that idiot from England. I forgot what the name is. What's the name of that guy from England that used to be on CNN?
Oh yeah.
I forgot his name now, but
I know you're talking about.
I always remember him because one of my favorite guys, Jeremy Clarkson, punched him in the face at least twice. So, yeah, what the hell? It doesn't matter. But you know, the British guy who used to be on CNN, but Jeremy Clarkson doesn't like him. So whenever he sees him, he like bops him in the face because he's an idiot. But you know, he was talking to him, and he was like, "This is what America is about, man. Second Amendment. That's what makes America different from everywhere else. When you get rid of that, you don't have America anymore." And people think that's just gonna hurt people like us. No, it's gonna hurt everybody. And the people like us, we're not giving up our guns because we don't need a piece of paper to guarantee that to us.
No,
man, I hear a python back there. I hear a cylinder going around.
I'm working on a. I'll show you when we get to the Gorn section. I'll show you what I'm working on.
Okay, it sounded sexy.
Yeah.
Hold on. So, Pierce Morgan. Ass. Oh,
Pierce Morgan. Yeah.
He's such an annoying ass wipe. I was so happy when they sent him back to England.
Yeah, because nobody here wants him around.
Yeah, Adam Jimenez says Pierce Morgan got owned by Ben Shapiro. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, totally. Because I can't wait for Shapiro to run for some sort of office because I will totally vote him in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's in California, right? Ben Shapiro. I think he's a California dude.
Damn.
He's got a snowball's chance in hell of getting elected to anything in California,
not in California.
Yeah, but he is a good dude, you know. And he could speed battle talk you.
One thing he is fair.
Yeah. No, well, yes. Also, you can't keep up with his ability to keep hitting your ass up with facts.
Yeah, that's true too.
He talks real fast.
Yeah, he's real hyper, but it's a good thing.
That's one of his things, though. Is he said that's like one of his tactics is to just go all out as quick as he can, because nobody can. If you can't get a word in edgewise, you can't talk him down.
Yeah, but I could just tell you, like, to all those people who think that their solution is getting rid of the Second Amendment, good luck with that. It's called inalienable. That's one of the inalienable rights. Inalienable, in case people out there don't know, means you were born with it.
Yeah. The government does not grant us that.
Yeah, right. It's impossible to remove that from you. That's what it really means, right? Inalienable. Something that cannot be removed from you. You were born with it. You have that right. No matter, just by being a human being, not in America, being on the face of this planet, you have that right. Now, if you live in a country where someone took that away from you and you don't, that's fine with you. That's fine with you. Go ahead with your bad self. But in America, that's not how it rock and rolls, and we're not doing it. So it's not going to happen. You could wish all you want to. It doesn't matter what people do. The day when you try to say we don't have the right to that, you're the ones declaring war on yourself. So, you know, more power to you with that bullshit. We're just not going to go for it.
Take another one.
That's exactly
when they try to take that, that's the end.
Yeah.
That's the end of any civility, in my personal opinion. That's what gives civility to America.
Well, for the non-gunners, it'll take, you know, non-gunners don't care about the Second Amendment, but the thing is that will open it up for all other things.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
so, you know, I mean, who the hell, who put him in the Supreme Court? Okay, he was nominated by Richard Nixon.
Damn.
Oh,
Our grandparents,
that's awesome.
grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That should tell you something. Nominated by Richard Nixon. There you go. You know, and he's still trying to tell us shit. You know, whatevs. There's a, you know, my thing is that if that's not going to happen, John Paul Stevens, maybe you don't care what happens to America because you're so old ass, you know, that you're on the way out. You know, you're about to go dust to dust, ashes to ashes, or whatever. So maybe you don't care what happens in America, but the advice that you're giving to people, if they even think that they can get away with that, it's not going to happen in America.
No.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I'm not saying people won't try to do that, but that will not happen in America peacefully.
Richard Rasnick said he liked Nixon and he just got caught.
Yeah. Yeah. Ghetto Hood Gamer says he probably lives in his mom's basement.
His mom? Hell, she'd have to be 150. Shit. She's a freaking mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there you go, man. They could try. They could try, but it's not. Yeah. I don't think that's a reasonable. Anyone who is trying to push that on you, America, like you said, Rod, for the people out there who are anti-gun, against the Second Amendment, against the Constitution, if you're trying to push that, you are hoping, you are pushing America in the direction of an internal war. You know, and because we had a civil war so long ago, if you think we can't have one again, don't push your luck.
Every Friday when I'm in the barbershop, I tell folks, I try to educate people. You know, Hank, you know how it is in the black guys barbershop. You know, that's when we all talk. And I try to go in there and, you know, it's like I'm the only 2A guy in the whole damn barbershop. But I try to give it to them. I've learned through Kevin Dixie, you know, you just can't come out that hard at folks. You got to befriend them first and then get them to woo them. I mean, Sunday morning, hell, I spent 2 hours. There was a young lady that called me, a good friend of mine from Fort Lauderdale. She's actually a teacher in Fort Lauderdale, not far from the high school that got shot. And I spent 2 hours on the phone with her, going from I can't believe you, this, blah, 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 this and that, to when we got off the phone, guess what she said? Hey, I'm coming out there to take your class with you. I got to get me a gun. It took me 2 hours. And I'm like,
yeah, it really is that easy.
Yeah, we do have those conversations. I know I have that every time I go to the barbershop. And here's the funny thing about, you know, the black peoples. Mm-hmm. We are very hypocritical.
Oh yeah, we are. Yeah.
So you are. It's very seldom that you're going to find a black person that doesn't believe they should have guns.
Right.
Where you know the nature of it. There's lots of very insecure people. They don't believe in the police. They don't believe in the government. Yeah. You know, they think somebody's out to get them, which is, you know, it's not far from the truth. If you believe that, why would you give up your guns?
Yeah,
exactly.
Why would you want guns to be illegal? You know you have guns. You know you believe in guns. Why do you want them to be illegal? The people who want to make guns illegal want to put you in prison.
Yeah.
You know, they want to take your rights away from you. That's what happens when they make this stuff illegal. That's how they take your rights away from you, by saying, oh, that's illegal. You can't do that. Now you're a felon.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do here in Florida. Why in the name of all that is holy do you want that?
Yeah.
And I tried to tell him about what happened with Hitler. And I mean, Hitler actually, he basically made it illegal to own a gun. And guess what? He killed 20 million people.
Yeah. He disarmed everybody.
He disarmed everybody.
It was time to disarm.
But the problem with America, and it's not just black people, I think it's lots of people obviously in America, is that we think all this stuff happens overseas, and that's bullshit. All this stuff happens right here in America. We don't have to go that far back in history to find times in America when they disarmed people, or when people were disarmed because of racist laws in America, and then other people went in there and slaughtered them.
Yep.
You could just find that over and over and over again. And the only solution to that is you should be legally able to be armed in America, and you should be able to defend yourself when someone's coming in and there's no one else there to save you, because there never is.
You know, it's like when I talk to each race, you have to give a different spin to it. when I talk to my white friends, I say, hey man, you know, we can go to the range, we can go hunting, you need to get on the two-way thing. And then they'll say, okay, cool. Now with black folks, you got to tell them, hey, you know what? You know, we couldn't get guns when they abolished slavery. So it was racism at the start. Then they're like, oh, really? Okay, all right, you know. And then,
I mean, the reason for gun control in the beginning was from a racist standpoint. They didn't want freed black slaves having guns because they would revolt.
Yeah, but they didn't, if you're not in the gun community, you never know that. So, when I'm at the barbershop, I give like history lessons. And then I tell them, I'm like, hey, man, go to any Walmart on a day that they may have the shipment of ammo coming in. I'm like, you're going to see a bunch of guys out there standing up to get ammo. I said, and they're like, well, why are they doing that? I said, first and foremost is they're right. I said, but second of all, I said, you know what? They don't trust the government, and it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it, Yeah. And a lot of people say, well, why do you have so many guns? I said, my close friends, they know, man, I'm like Killer Mike. I'm not a killer, but don't try me, Yeah. But, I'm one of the most peaceful guys, that you'll ever meet, But understand this, that, my love for guns, I've always had a love for guns. Like that girl that you may like, and you may say, damn, you know what? She's all right if she had this sort of hairstyle or this and this, And then I think in maybe 209, I think, I went back to where I said, you know what? I need to go ahead and start getting some more guns. And it actually started off in a situation where I was living in an apartment and there was a storm and I was in my bed and there was a big boom at the door. And at that time where I was living at, there were a lot of what do they call it? Breaking and entering.
Yeah.
And I reached for a broom, but when I went to the door, it was just a tree that had hit my door. But I thought to myself, I said, man, how would I really protect myself? And I give that story to all the people that take my class, people that are my friends. I say, how would you protect yourself, especially women? And I tell women, I say, hey, look, if a guy busts in your home, it's not going to end well for you. I said, at least, the least thing you'll do is get raped. They're going to rape you. They're going to, more than likely, they're going to kill you.
Yeah, because you're a witness now.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want you to be a witness. So I said, it's not going to end good for you,
Yeah. Well, it's I could challenge people to this. People want one of the ways I could put it to you is people want to live in a police state, right? Where they think the police are going to protect them. I lived in a police state. It's called New York City.
And it sucks.
Yeah, there's lots of police officers. You know what the funny thing is? Anytime someone was giving me a speeding ticket or, a parking ticket or something like that, police were all over the place. They were always there to do that. But anytime someone was robbing me, which was many times, there was never a policeman around.
Yeah.
Anytime I was getting jumped or whatever, ask yourself, how many times when someone's doing something to you, and there's no human being living that this never happened to. And whenever this happened, when someone was breaking into your house and doing this thing and doing that thing, where the hell was the police? When your neighbor was threatening you, where the hell was the police? Right? They weren't there. They didn't come and save you because they usually aren't. Whether you live in a police state like New York City or you live out in the country the way that we do, they're not there. The person who's supposed to do that for you is you. And like Rod is saying, what you going to do that with, a broomstick?
Besides that, they have no duty to protect you.
Right.
And I say this every time we bring this up. If you guys want to, if anybody wants to go look it up, look up Warren versus District of Columbia. It basically was a appeals court that upheld that. Let's see. The quote is, police do not owe a specific duty to provide police services to citizens based on the public duty doctrine. They don't have to help you, basically.
They're reactionary. I mean,
yeah, that's exactly it. They're there to clean up the mess.
How many times do police ever show up before the crime happens?
Yeah.
And I'll wait on this. I'll wait because I got a lot of time to hear this. I've never heard of a police showing up before the damn crime happened, especially in the hood. You know,
Right.
yeah,
yeah. Lola was just telling me about here in Gainesville recently. A man, 38-year-old man, tried to rape a hotel clerk. So I guess it was late at night, and he was checking into the hotel, and there was a female clerk there, and he tried to rape her, and he would have gotten away for it, except a guest in the hotel was coming through and saw what happened, and then the guy ran away. That's what I'm like. Where was the police at that time?
Oh, they
you know, and I'm not trying to knock them.
there.
I'm not trying to knock the police officers or anything like that. What I'm saying is they come to make reports.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They show up there to make reports most of the time.
And
they're not there. Yeah, they're not there to save you in that moment.
No.
Okay.
Right.
And then sometimes in that moment, like we saw recently here in Florida, what's triggered all of this stuff, there was a police officer there. He didn't do shit. He didn't do anything. All these mad parents, none of them are mad that there was a freaking police officer there and he didn't do anything. And when the other police officers showed up and their kids were getting killed, they didn't do anything. Nobody's mad about that. You know what? Let's take guns away from everyone. I say you're all idiots. Everyone that wants to do that, I'm not interested in being nice to you. You're stupid as hell. You think your solution is to take that away? Screw that. I am not giving that up. And why in the hell would I give it up knowing that there's other people that have it? You can't wave a magic wand and get rid of that thing.
No.
Okay. We don't live. That's like, you know, that's some kind of insane dream. That's not going to happen. So why do you want to give it up? Why aren't you mad about the police officers that were there and did nothing?
You know, Hank, what I always do is this. I put a realistic spin on it. And, you know, when I talk to people from the urban areas, I said, you know what? We all, now, if you're from the hood, we all know somebody that's a dope dealer or a dope boy or in some type of criminal activity. And I asked you, I said, well, you know, not you, but I asked her, I said, you know, a dope dealer. So do you think that dope dealer is going to give up his gun? And so the other dope dealers can kill him? Yeah. You know, I'm like, so there's always going to be guns out there. If all the legal law-abiding citizens turned in their guns, all you're going to do is have a bunch of illegal guns out there.
Yeah, look at this happened during these I didn't look at the March nonsense, but I know there were lots of someone was telling me today about a rapper that performed there, and he has gun charges. Yeah, he's got gun charges. I think LeBron James stupid ass was out there supporting things or whatever, and someone was showing me how he was shooting a machine gun, or how when he plays basketball he has some kind of stupid ass gun move that he does. Do you think LeBron James is going to give up all his guns? You think about that for a second. As wealthy as LeBron James is, and all these other celebrities who get up there and say, yeah, rah, 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 let's take the guns away from people. So now you're this celebrity. You've got millions of dollars. These guys have nothing. You're one person. It's 10 of them, 100 of them. They're like, hey, let's just go kick their door in and kick their asses and take their shit. Hey. You know, they're not going to give up their guns, man. Don't believe the bullshit.
And if they don't have guns, their security does. And I guarantee you. Yep. I guarantee you their security has guns, and tell them, say, hey, tell your security to give up those guns too.
Yep.
While you're at it, and see how long that shit lasts.
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I know in that Ice-T thing that I was talking about, it's a really good clip, man. That's why it gets shared so much. You know, and Ice-T is a real PIMP, man. He tells it like it really is. Yeah. And he said, you know what? I'm not giving up my guns until they all give up their guns. That's the only thing I disagree with. I am never fucking giving up my guns. I don't care who puts it down. Whoever the hell out there wants to go ahead, knock yourself out and put your guns down. I'm not doing it. Not giving up my guns. That's just not going to happen. Yeah. You know, because I know what comes after that. You don't have to tell me. You know, we were talking about the Black Panther movie, to take it to something that's totally unreal. You know, because I mean, I didn't think I was going to like the movie, because I'm thinking, oh, wait a second. There's this secret, according to the movie, I know, like we say in Guyana, picture like a picture. So according to the movie, there's this secret place in Africa where all these people had all this advanced technology and wealth and all that. And you're telling me those people sat back during slavery?
I've never thought about that, but
they just sat back there during slavery and let all this happen. But you know why I like the movie? Because they talk about stuff like that. You know, the whole movie is about the fact that they have all this technology and they sit back and let all this stuff happen.
They're in the Black Panther universe. They are what's it called? Where they close themselves off from the rest of everybody else.
Yeah,
you can't have our technology. You can't have our mountain of God, whatever that stuff is called, vibranium.
Yeah.
So the thing about it is think about this, right? I know it's a movie, but think about this. They have all these advanced technology and weapons, and they protect themselves. And they don't share it with anyone else. Don't you think maybe the rest of us would like the ability to protect ourselves or rebel against our government if they're oppressive or if they no longer represent us?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way that it works. If we can't do that, then we're screwed. And that's why I'm telling you, there's not an argument, there's not a rationalization, there's no logic that you can conjure that's making me give up my guns.
No,
it's just not happening. It's just not happening. I want to live in the world. I want everything to be okay. I want things to be legal and fine. You know, I want to go about my life and live my life. But the minute when you tell me that you are taking away the Second Amendment, that is a declaration of war on the people of the world, in my opinion.
Yep.
Okay. And that's when everything changes. That's the day to me that the president comes out and says there's aliens and there are overlords and we're going to feed your children to them. Okay. I'm not going to work when that happens. I'm going to war. You know, so that's I don't know. I mean, I could probably get off the handle or whatever about it. But you know, that's the reality of what's going on here. These guys think that the media thinks, oh, let's just keep like parading out these idiots who go, just get rid of the Second Amendment. That's it. That's all you have to do. Get rid of the Second Amendment. Go ahead and do that. I don't need that piece of paper to tell me that I'm free.
Man, the media is eating this up because of the ratings, man. I'm in the media. Okay, the media is eating this up because of the ratings, you know, and this is what makes their budgets. This is what gains sponsorship, all that sort of thing. So, I mean, people need to really look at the bigger picture of things. Okay, yeah, trust me, I hurt just like everybody else did when I found out there was another senseless shooting, and then I hurt even more. And once I found out that it could have been prevented, you know. But I tell all my people, my friends to the left, I'm like, hey, look, you don't hear them. What you're hearing right now in the news is get rid of the ban the guns, get rid of the guns. But how far behind? I mean, it's really far behind. Are they even talking about the sheriff? Hell, hardly anybody's talking about the damn FBI. The FBI. I looked at the actual thing the guy had put on there. It was his name. They said they couldn't find him. Yeah, right. I call bullshit on that, like Hank would say. You know, trust me, they knew. Okay, they chose not to do anything.
There was so much blatant neglect here going on, just like we saw yesterday. That I think one of the shooter's father, you know, was an FBI informant and all that kind of stuff. There's so much blatant neglect going on. It comes back to what I said to you before. It's the reason why people could try to abolish the Second Amendment all they want to. It doesn't matter to me. You are the person who's responsible for your safety and security at the end of the day. You. Yeah. There's no one else out there that's responsible for that. Yeah. There's no one else out there that's responsible for that. It's just you. It's just us. We have to decide. If you want to give that up, you want to abdicate that, knock yourself out, man. It's okay. You can go ahead and do whatever you want to. The people out there who want to do that, they can go ahead and do it. I'm just saying that I'm not doing it. Right, so they can do whatever they want to. We could turn around in a world tomorrow where Trump signs a thing. Yeah, that's it. You know, all the congressmen that pretend they're Republican or whatever could go up there and say, yeah, that, you know what? We just abolished the Second Amendment. What the hell is that going to do? You know, this country is not like any other country on the face of the planet. I don't think. I still believe that, but it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me what other people are going to do, because I know what comes after that. We know what comes after that. It's inevitable what comes after that. People talk about slavery. You know, people talk about slavery. Like, I remember when Obama was running against McCain and all that, and they were like, oh, if McCain wins, we'll go back to slavery. All these people, like,
they say that same bullshit every time.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg was saying that shit. If you do not have the ability to defend yourself, that's when you're a slave.
Yeah.
That's when you're a slave. If you don't want to use the Black Panther thing, take it back to back when they were like knights and the knights controlled all the people, right?
Yep.
You just had like the king and his knights and the people out there in the villages, and the knights had armor and swords and crossbows and all kinds of shit, and the people had nothing.
Yeah.
They barely had clothing. They just had the tools that they used to farm. And the knights just went out there and did whatever the hell they wanted to the people, because the people could throw rocks at them or whatever the hell they wanted to do, just bounced off the damn armor.
Yep.
You know, and they could just slaughter those people en masse. What's different in the world today? What's different in the world today? The government still has more shit than us. And I'll be happy if I could to get the stuff that they have, but they have to come out of those damn tanks. They gotta land the damn helicopters sometime. Okay, somebody has to fly those drones, and the people controlling those drones have to live somewhere, or have to be sitting in a building somewhere. And we have the ability to fight back.
Yep.
And that's what you see, and people see this. There's places in the world today where the governments of those places have turned on the people. And they don't have any choice. And for some, like, what is that magical thing that Americans feel is like when not me, when someone out there gives up all their guns, what is that magical thing that's going to protect you?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Right.
I don't understand that, man. I don't understand that. So, okay, Lola says I'm ranting too much, Patrick.
Okay, Hank, we got 247 watching. We only got 190 likes. Just get them up, folks.
No, yeah, that can't make any sense.
Like what did Smokey said? Oh hell no! Y'all got to go in and start liking. If you sit in this chat,
baby.
If you're in this chat right now, if you're in this chat and you haven't hit like, you're anti-two-way. That's I'm gonna just put it out like that. You're anti-two-way. So go ahead. Damn, it just went up almost 10. Yeah. Thank you.
If you're not giving up your guns, give us the thumbs up, okay?
You guys can use that like BS Facebook tactic. Like if you agree, share if you disagree. Either way, I win.
If you want to make this baby stop crying, give us the thumbs up. If you want to feed the poor starving babies, give us the thumbs up. Whatever the hell it takes for you. We do need the thumbs ups. That's why we're asking for them. Come on now. We have to keep this, we have to keep all this stuff going into the storm that we are approaching here. So okay, so Patrick, what's going on with you, man? What kind of stuff other than whatever the hell it is you are intensely
I got a pile of gun in front of me right now.
He looks like a mad scientist.
I got 2 pieces of gun that I'm trying to work on.
What gun are you working on though?
We'll get there when we get to gun porn. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, yeah. So you're trying to put this together for now. Rod, did you see was there anything else in the news that you wanted to talk about?
Nothing in the news. Speaking of news, Big Daddy Guns. I was on Mike's page. Mr. Guns and Gear.
Guns and Gear.
Yeah. And Big Daddy Guns has the Echo trigger for $449.
Yes.
Is that Big Daddy Guns or something? Right? Big Daddy Guns has that. Yeah, Big Daddy Unlimited has that bad boy.
Oh, Big Daddy Unlimited. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Guns and Gear has a special link to go get it.
Yeah. But you can still do it. There's a link in the description of this video that takes you to Big Daddy Unlimited. You sign up, and you can go. I don't know. I don't know if
you want a special link to that trigger. I can make it for you right now.
Yeah, go ahead and make me that link. I'll put it. I'll put it in there. Send it to me or Lola, and we'll put it in the description of this video. But there is a link in this video that you could click through, and then you have to go sign up. Of course, it's like $10 a month. But you can save lots of money. And if there's people out there that want to know, if you want to know what kind of money you could save, either Babyface or I, we could sign in and we could tell you. So what we've been doing since last week, we invented this thing called Walther Bucks.
What? Okay, wait, I missed this.
Yeah. Well, so basically we wanted to come up with a way, because we can't, because of map pricing and stuff like that.
Yeah, we can't like tell.
Yeah, we have to be very careful what we do. So we said, like, maybe we can relate it to Walther Buck. So one Walther Buck is $100.
Okay, so okay.
So either half a Walther Buck or 2 Walther Bucks, a quarter of a Walther Buck.
I can go look up something in Walther Bucks.
Yeah, so roughly, if people out there want to know stuff, shout me out or Babyface right now, and we will search through the database for you. There's what, like, is it 120,000 or something?
136,000 items.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and Babyface is working on it every day. Babyface did some cool things. So the people who were early adopters when we went soft launch would know that someone had to like go and actually, when you sign up, someone had to go press buttons and stuff like that and confirm your thing. And then this guy right here, that's why we have him around.
Don't give me too much credit. I just got the developer to actually do the work.
You hired the guy. You hired the guy who did it.
Hired the dev that did
it. That's why you came here. We didn't know there was a guy. Did we know there was a guy we could hire? And all we knew is let's get Babyface. He knows about this shit.
Let's see, where is
let's get him to take care of that. So if anyone Anthony's nuts said my wife hates when I go soft launch. 187 Hyde says he needs an AR9 lower. Are there any AR9 lowers in there?
I'm sure there are. I haven't looked. I'm gonna look for that trigger real quick for Guns of Gear.
Okay, you go ahead and look for the. Let me see if I can find AR9 millimeter lower. I don't know if that's the
so what do we want? We want the.
Okay. I see there. Let me see.
Here we go.
Okay, so let's say, for example, you wanted something like a 9mm.
It looks like what's the typical price on an Echo trigger?
Those
$479, $500.
Yeah, it's at least $400, between $4 and $5.
And let me see what this goes for, because I can tell you in Walther Bucks what it's going for right now.
Yeah, you could. I think you could even tell us the regular price of that, as long as it's not MAP.
I haven't seen an Echo trigger less than $479.
It looks like it's 4.5 Walther Bucks, but that looks like the going price on it.
Okay. So check this out. If you, what brand is what?
You want to know if it's MAP?
Fostech.
Fostech.
Yeah.
Fostech is not MAP.
Yeah, Fostech's not MAP.
It's 443.
It's 443.
I believe so.
Okay, Lola says she thinks it's 443. So you're saving some money.
Damn, the Franklin binary trigger is way cheaper.
443, 449.
Yeah,
like that.
But for the person who wanted to know about the lower, there's a lower in here, and you would save almost 1 Walther Buck.
Really? That's stupidly good.
Yeah, on that lower. And this is a complete lower. This is like trigger. Yeah, the piston.
I love that we're calling it
upper tube. Yeah, complete lower AR 9mm aluminum frame, black finish, includes feed ramps, ejector, extended bolt catch, standard carbine spring, 9mm buffer.
Cheapest AK. Oh God, you guys.
It's
really
from CMMG. So
somebody wants the cheapest AK.
AK.
I'm looking. Big Daddy, and I got to go sign in.
So Patrick, what's the difference between the binary and the Echo?
Slightly different functionality. Well, they're designed kind of differently, but they work the same.
Huh?
I've shot both of them, and I like them both.
I can't even hear what you're saying.
I said he shot the Echo over the weekend.
Oh yeah. Lola said you shot the Echo over the weekend.
Yeah.
Right. All right, woman.
Yeah, I love that Echo, man.
Firearms 76239.
Lola always wants to tell.
Lowest to highest. Those are okay. The lowest priced. So I can say Walther Bucks and the company at the same time, right?
Sure. Yeah, I think.
Okay, that's not breaking any rules.
Yeah, I think so.
Zastava. There's a Zastava in PAP for 4 3/4 Walther Bucks.
Okay.
There's a Century.
No, but I'm saying actually, just tell us how many Walther Bucks you save from buying.
Oh, you're gonna save 60 Walther Bucks? No, not 60. 0.6 of a Walther Buck.
0.6 of a Walther Buck. There you go. See, I think you're catching on. I'm getting it. I think you're catching on now.
Here's one where you save a whole 1.07 Walther Bucks.
Yeah.
Whoever Riley Defense.
So the thing about the Big Daddy Unlimited, for your $10 a month, which is about $120 a year, if you buy things on a regular basis, if you're, I think if you're buying something like every month or even every other month,
you're gonna save the money.
You're good. Yeah, you're gonna you're gonna make money.
And then for me, like Big Daddy Guns, the gun store itself doesn't stock 545 by 39. So instead of buying like a case of 545 at some other place, I just buy it on there, and I basically get it wholesale.
Yeah. I think Andrew Thomas wants to know if you can get stuff in Canada.
I don't know about that.
I think there's different rules.
I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, there's different rules with Canada and stuff that you have to go through. So I'll say,
try it and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's you that will be getting arrested, not me, I hope.
CB wants to know, can you put 2 echoes in that double AR?
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would be amazing. I mean, I think in that double AR that you have, what is that? Is that from Gilboa? I've seen that gun before somewhere. That double AR, you could there's probably a way you can pull both of those. I don't know. Maybe you could do both of those triggers at the same time. Who knows? So I don't know. If it's 2 regular triggers in there, you could probably do it if you want to. So there you go. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone else that requested anything in here. Oh, someone wants to know, Matt Wallace wants to know what's the price what's the price of 1,000 rounds of 124 grain brass case 9mm?
Thank you on that.
You want to do it?
Shit. Okay, hold on.
Did you come out of that with me?
Trying to put this gun back together. Big Daddy Unlimited. So 1,000 rounds of brass. Wait, 124?
Yeah, 124 grain. Yeah.
We're saying how much you can save, or the Walther Buck price.
Well, in this case, if you're not saying what name it is or whatever, you can just tell them how much they would save.
All right, 9mm. Let's go from lowest first. There's Arms. Okay, not that brand. 100 Luger here, 9mm Luger, 124 grain jacketed hollow point. What's 20 boxes of 50? Hold on. I'm looking. I'm making this work. Oh, it comes in 20s or 500, I think. So that's out of stock. We gotta find one that's in stock. Hank's making me work hard here.
Yeah.
Here's a box of 50 for $8.99. Does that sound right?
Okay.
I haven't bought 9mm in so long. I think that's pretty good price. Here's a box of 50 for $9.99.
Okay.
They're just different brands. It goes from like the cheapest brand all the way up to, the nicer. It looks like they're averaging about $10 for 50. So you're talking that's $100 for 5, so $200, 20 cents a round. Something like that.
So let me see. Someone wanted to let me see if I can go back and find this. Someone wanted to know about the FNX 45. I'm trying to see who that is, because I just pulled it up. Okay, so 33 Bravo says, can I get a Wally Buck price on an FNX 45 tactical? What I could tell you is that through Big Daddy Unlimited, if you bought the FNX 45 tactical, you would save
3.4.
Yeah, 3 Wally Bucks. That's what you would.
3.5 Wally Bucks would be saved on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool.
That actually, I really want one of those guns. I have a 45 can with nothing to put it on. I need one of those.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
I think the cheapest I've ever seen those go for was like $1,250, something like that, $1,300.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you're saving 3.5 Wally Bucks. This is amazing. I love this.
Yeah. So I love the Wally. Yeah, I don't know if tomorrow we're gonna get chastised for using the Wally Bucks or whatever, but it's a lot of money. I mean, right there, if you get your money back that you and then some
from a year. For like how many years?
Yeah, because for a year it would cost you $120.
Right.
Oh, that's like multiple years of subscription.
Yeah. So right there you're good, and everything after that is just gravy.
Yeah.
So, you know, I definitely recommend if you guys are interested in Big Daddy Unlimited, just go into the description of this video and there's a link that takes you there. And you have to sign up to see all this stuff that we're talking about. So, and thanks.
We're working on that too.
Yeah. And thanks for bringing that up. Thanks for bringing that up, Rod.
Oh, no problem. Hey, well, everybody, I actually went, I'm actually in the market for a hunting rifle. Not that I'm going hunting. I just like to shoot accurate when I'm at the range. And I'm getting kind of tired of shooting my, my AR-15. So I actually went to Academy Sports on yesterday. No, I went on Sunday. And Academy has a good selection of hunting rifles. I'm thinking that I might get the Winchester Patriot. I'm trying to decide what caliber I want to get, whether it be 30-06 or 308.
What was the price on that?
It was,
how much you
I think spend? The 30-06, I believe, was, or the 308 was like $299.
Oh, okay, that's way cheap.
Yeah,
that's a really good price.
Yeah, and it was the synthetic stock too. And so I'm thinking about that. I think the 270 was like 329. So they're all below 330. Yeah, yeah. And they said that's the normal price. I thought it was a sale. Yeah. Yeah.
If I were right now, if I were getting into precision shooting, like real serious precision shooting, I think my first rifle would be a Ruger precision rifle in 6.5 Creedmoor. Those things are super cool.
Yeah. Anything in 6.5 Creedmoor is pretty badass.
6.5 is just really a neat round.
Yeah.
Or
there's
you
a
could
bunch
try
of different ones.
The new 224 Valkyrie.
Yeah.
I want to try one, but I don't want to spend the money.
So you want Rod Mills to get one so you can
we can shoot it. Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Well, actually,
that's babyface all day. He does that to me all the time. He's like, hey, I think you need to request this.
For precision, I'm thinking about getting that Beretta Tika. I love that gun. That is a sexy gun. That Tika. I don't know if you know it, if you've ever heard of it before.
No. I'm gonna have to look that up. By the way, someone asked me about FN57 pistol. Depends on whether or not it's in stock. If it was in stock, you would save 2.5 Wally bucks on a 5.7 pistol, which is pretty good. Let me see. Looks like they have the PS90 also. PS90, you would save about 2.2 Wally bucks on that. Can't go wrong with that. I need to reload those in my collection. I had a PS90 and I had a 5.7 pistol, and then I sold them. Damn it! Now I've got to get them back. Huh?
Like an idiot.
Yeah, exactly. I got to get those back in my life.
You should now that you have an SOD, you should just get yourself a PS90 or just a short-barreled PS90.
Yeah, I probably would do that.
Yeah, don't go for the long barrel. Just go for the short one. We can have. I think Walter can make a short-barreled one, right?
I don't know.
He's an 07. I don't know how that works. I thought he could.
Yeah, but we could definitely get one, like you said. Yeah,
that'd be the way to do it.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone had. So did you settle that, Rod? Did you figure out which one you wanted, or?
Well, I mean, I'm thinking about the Patriot. I still got a couple of more that I want to look at. Now, the one thing is that I'm not the most experienced in bolt action, but I do know how it feels if you got a nice bolt action. And I like like butter. That's how I want it to feel. And there's a couple of more that I want to try, and look at. But I'm not a big hunter. I mean. Now, hell, if I lived out there where you live, I might change my mind. But, in the urban area, and then you got to think you got to find somebody who's got land, and you got to do all the, I mean, for me, I think I'm more so of a precision shooter, and that really kind of gets me excited to be able to go to the range and shoot sub MOA.
Oh yeah, that's such a good feeling.
Yeah, it's like going golfing and shooting, like 4 or 5 over par, under par rather.
You just go home and you're like, man, that felt so good.
So someone wants to know. I'm still here. I can't get out of the Big Daddy Unlimited thing because people are asking me. Someone asked me about the Baraga. I don't know if I'm even saying it properly. Bagara. Yeah, the Bagara BMP and 6.5 Creedmoor. The 24-inch one. Like I said, not like things have to be available. There's a big thing here. It happens with everyone. If you go to your gun store, something has become available. There is a way that if something's not available, that you can click notify, and when it becomes available, they'll notify you. So if it were available, you would save 3.8 Wally bucks. 3.8
that
Wally bucks on that.
Nice though. That Bagara is nice. It's out of my price range, but it's definitely nice.
Yeah. So, that's I'm telling you.
It's 2.8 Wally bucks right there.
Yeah. To me, it's worth it, right? I mean, why go any other way?
Yeah.
If you don't work at a gun store and get I don't even know if this is probably better than employee discounts.
It's pretty close to what you would pay as an employee, I think. Yeah.
So that's pretty good. I don't know if there's anyone else. Nico Ghost Gunner said, Rod, you should get an SHTF 50. So
what?
You don't know about the SHTF 50?
Something Walther sells?
Yeah, that's the Safety Harbor Firearms 50 BMG.
Oh, hell, trust me, I've already looked at that.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I would get one, but the thing is, I can't shoot it here. There's no range in Jackson.
Allows 50?
Yeah, no ranges here will allow us to shoot 50.
What?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Trust me, I would have one.
To move. That's pretty much the answer.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, you got extra room over there?
We got a spare bedroom.
Yeah, we could always put you up, man. That's not a problem. Not a problem whatsoever.
I would be in paradise if I lived where you are, man. You know what, man? I would actually just go out in the backyard, shoot, and I would barbecue and shoot and barbecue and shoot and barbecue.
Well, that sounds like the perfect weekend every day.
Man.
Yeah.
And, Hank, I'm like, Hank, you really need to think about getting sponsorship for that, man. You could do good with getting sponsorship, having folks come out, man. You got the land, for us to go out there and just go shoot.
Well, you know what the thing is that, look, it's private right now, so it's easy for me to do it, but I do have to mitigate how many people come out there. I know there's people who want to come out there, and we do it from time to time, obviously, as you can see. But, it is like our private property, and we want to be careful with it because if things go wrong. But, hopefully we'll have access to a range where we can do something like that, and there are ranges and places like that I know. I just haven't had the time to, figure all that out and put together a place where people can come out, hang out with us and shoot. That will be safer and more feasible because, that's my property. That's where we live. If something goes wrong there, then, we'll be homeless pretty much.
Hank's got to move.
Then I have to go move in with Babyface. And
you can't come shoot at Dead Hank's place.
Yeah, so.
Well, Hank, make sure if you do something like that with one of your ranges, make sure we can barbecue out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Can we bring a grill? I mean, because man, shooting and barbecue, man, that's like, man, that's
like your dream, huh?
Yes. I mean, when Walter I saw those burgers. I'm like, okay, you know what? The hell with shooting. I'm finna go cook these burgers.
Yeah, it was like a pig in mud, man. He was like, oh, perfect.
It was good.
Hey, I'm thinking like this. I'm like, okay, when they get through shooting, these burgers are still gonna be frozen. I'm like, and I'm looking around. I'm like, man, ain't nobody trying to cook this food. I'm like, you know what? Let me go get me and Lola. Lola actually helped me. When it got the charcoal, man, we lit somehow or another the charcoals got lit. I didn't light it. I know, but I came from getting some stuff from inside the house, and I came out, the grill was lit. And I'm like, oh hell, we throwing some burgers on here. Walter came out with all those chicken breasts, and I'm like, okay, I can make something from scratch with this, put a little barbecue on it, put the little cuts in there, and flip them over, and actually fed Neckbone had a half a breast. Ain't that your dog?
Buckshot.
Buckshot, yeah, Buckshot.
You fed Buckshot?
Oh, he was excited. I watched him, and I wasn't gonna say
Oh,
no
yeah.
because he was a happy pupper.
See,
Oh, yeah.
see, come on now. You can't spoil Buckshot now. Now the rest of us.
Well, you
Buckshot
gave me
is
those
always
cowbell guys.
he's always begging me for food.
Oh well,
When Patrick's here, if Patrick walks away for a second, Buckshot comes in, like gives me a puppy dog. I'm like, do I look like Patrick to you?
Yeah, man, he was.
A dog's colorblind. I don't know.
But man, I wish, man, the people in the chat could not even begin to understand how special this weekend was, man. I mean, you know, I thought we were just gonna go. I never knew that it was just that relaxed. Man, when I was coming home, I really literally thought I had been on vacation, you know. And I'm like, man, I had a great time. I mean, shooting, being with friends, eating, you know, man, what else? The only thing we were missing was strippers. You know, I mean, hell,
I'm glad you had a good time, man. I don't know how you had a good time and then you decided to punish Babyface and and Gabe and who else did that thing? Oh, I think James did it, right? I think James
he did. He did. Yep, he did. Yep. So
and Patrick was giving out CCW classes.
Yep. Yeah. 2 CCW classes done.
Yeah,
which is good.
I'm like, damn, one-stop shop, eating, shooting, CCW.
That's how we roll. That's how we roll around here, like some bummers.
Yeah, but man, it was probably one of the better days I've had in quite a while. And
awesome.
It was, you know, after a stressful week at work, man,
I tell you, it's so good.
Oh man, and to top it off, it was the weather. The weather,
that's the thing. Yeah,
it's like the icing on the cake. Yeah, I mean, you know, being with you guys was cool. I loved it. You know, got a chance to meet Walter. You know, and you know, one thing I will say though, the television does put on about maybe 10 or 15 pounds because Walter's pretty fit. You know, I didn't think Walter was as fit as he is.
Yeah,
he's pretty fit. Yeah,
because he works all the time. He eats a lot for sure.
Yeah,
you guys haven't ever seen Walter eat breakfast. That is no joke.
I thought Walter was fat, but no, he's pretty. He's pretty built.
No.
Yeah.
Walter's working all the time, man. That's all. Walter's like those, you know, in the comic books, the guys who look like that, like they look real big, like the Blob, or they look like they're big fat dudes, but then it's all muscle mass.
Yeah.
You know,
man. Now I see why the women check out Walter.
And that noggin is like bulletproof. That's a big head.
Oh, and you know, shouts out to Opt Out of Gun Control, man. Man, those dudes were the nicest guys. Him and James, man. I mean, man, everybody was nice. You know, it was like, you know, one thing I can see, and I tell all my buddies, I'm like, man, when you go to the gun range or you're around people that shoot, that's the one time that we as a whole community, whether you're black, white, Asian, what color, any color, whether you're rich or poor.
We had all flavors.
You know,
we had
all flavors.
We had African and Jamaican. I mean, I'm Guyanese, but it's close enough.
I mean, we all had a good time. I mean, if you could just look at all the smiles, look at all of how everybody was happy and, you know, just fellowshipping, and man, that's what it's all about, man. If America could be like that, man, then we would be the perfect country. I mean, you know, it was real awesome, man.
Yeah, we could be like that if we get rid of the separatists.
yeah, exactly.
We get rid of those guys. By the way, people are loving the new nickname of Buckshot. Neckbone.
Neckbone.
There's lots of comments about Neckbone in the chat.
I will find him and let him know that
he is now officially Buckshot, aka Neckbone Babyface. That's his name now. That's his name.
He was the life of the weekend too. Yeah.
He's definitely a good dog.
Yeah.
Opt Out of Gun Control said you should call Buckshot Bottle Cap.
Okay. Oh yeah, that was the weird thing. I've never seen a dog eat plastic containers like that.
You know, it's not my dog's fault that somebody else's dog ruined him. Hank.
Yeah, because my dog Sailor, he loves bottles, man. He'll chase anything down. So he'll just keep chasing bottles. So I guess like Buckshot will come over and we will throw the bottles for Sailor, and then Buckshot will beat him to it because Buckshot is fast.
Fast.
Yeah. So my dog is fast, but Buckshot is light.
So Sailor has ruined Buckshot. So he will wait in front of anybody that has a bottle in their hand, ready for them to finish whatever they're drinking, so you can drop it for him. And all he wants to do is chew the top of it off, and then he leaves it. He walks away from it.
Now, Hank, did you tell Babyface how I almost hit you with the car coming in?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah, because Sailor went running to his Beamer. Rod has a BMW, and Sailor went running. And since everyone told him don't let Sailor jump up on it, he was like, wait. So I was trying to catch Sailor. You know,
for some reason my foot hit the gas pedal and Hank was in front of the car.
For some reason, I don't know why.
I think
accidentally. Then he'll be telling Lola, you know what? It wasn't my fault.
All I saw was Hank.
Last thing I heard Hank say as he was getting run over was, "Give Rod all my guns."
Yeah. I'm pretty sure his dying words were, "I inherit all the guns. You don't need them."
Hank moved out of the way of that car like a running back. You know, I'm like, damn, he's got some moves. You know.
Yeah. See, the thing with people and Sailor, like people when they come to my house, you can ask Babyface. When they come to my house, Sailor runs alongside. You always think you're going to run him over.
No, you can't run that dog over.
No, but I mean, he's been run over a couple times or two. You know, he's learned he bounces back. You know, he recovers. I mean, he's an old dog right now. I think he's like 10. He's like 12. Let me see. Yeah, he's at least 11 or 12.
He's an old man dog, but he's still kicking just fine.
Yeah, I mean, he's an outdoor dog. Outdoor dogs tend to be. I know people think that's horrible. But outdoor dogs, they tend to be healthier because they're running around all the time, and
hell yeah,
you know they know how to fight. My dog knows how to fight. I don't declaw my dog.
Man,
except that messes up people's cars. But okay,
my mom,
he doesn't jump on my car. He knows better.
My mom, we never fed our dogs growing up dog food at all. Hell, our dogs ate soul food. You know, so now they may have died with high blood pressure and, you know, that sort of thing, but you know, or the sugar, but our dogs, and when we would actually put dog food, real dog food out there, look at us like we were crazy. Like, nah, we want some hog maws and chitlins and
collard greens.
Some collard greens. Yeah, we would put collard greens and cornbread and maybe turkey necks in the dog food, and my mom would actually warm it up. You know,
somebody just said don't give the dogs neck bones. The dog would probably go like, "What's wrong with you, player? That's not my food. You best be going and getting my food, damn it." Listen, Opt Out of Gun Control wants to know what's up with Sailor's paw. He's okay. Sailor, he's a total pain in the butt. And I think when, because we had a drone out there, which I still haven't seen the drone footage. I have to find that. But we had a drone out there, and I think Gabe was landing the drone, and Sailor came and like try to
grab it.
Yeah, well, or put his paw on the drone, and he got cut. But he's okay. We've been peroxiding him and taking care of him. So yeah, he's getting a little bit of babying. This morning when I was leaving, he's like showing me his paw like that. I was like, because you're a knucklehead. That's why that happened to you. Keep your paws off drones, damn it.
Oh, man.
I bet you he'll never mess with another drone.
Yeah, he won't do that again.
I do feel bad for him though. I feel like, you know, if you anyone really, if you see anyone get cut or whatever, you're like, oh, you know, it gives you that like tingly feeling. Yeah. I definitely don't feel, I definitely don't feel good about him being cut, but he's a knucklehead. You can't tell him leave it.
Mm-mm. He doesn't understand that. Mm-mm. That command makes no sense to him.
Yeah. So unfortunately, when I had my drone, he would do that all the time. So I wasn't there when the thing happened with the drone, because I know he would try to jump up and catch my drone. And I was like, you are crazy. You know, so.
Wait, hold on. How did he get out that gate? He was locked. I thought we had the gate locked.
Somehow he got into the gate.
Oh.
I think when we were landing the drone, when everyone was leaving, I think he got in. So, but he's okay though. He'll be all right. I mean,
okay,
like
cool.
I've said, he's been run over a time or two. He's tangled.
Okay.
I think he had his paw. Do you know here in Florida, what are those things? What are those turtles? Gopher turtles, right?
Yeah.
Gopher tortoise?
Oh yeah, man. Those things are no joke in Florida. I don't know if people realize how vicious those things are.
No, not a gopher turtle. It had to be an alligator
snapping turtle?
Snapping turtle.
The gopher turtles are the ones that live in your yard and dig holes.
Yeah,
they dig. Yeah. Those. That's what I'm saying. Those things will bite you. They'll bite you. Oh yeah.
I got one on the side of my house.
Oh yeah, you can't mess with those things. And he would go mess with them, and they would bite him. And I was like, I don't know how many times these things are gonna bite you before you learn. Leave them the hell alone. Yeah, but
I actually dated a girl, even though it's against the law to kill them. I dated a girl in Orlando, and her family would eat gopher turtle soup. And
yeah, that's a federal crime.
yeah. And then they would take the eggs and boil the eggs. I'm like, I looked at her, I'm like, there's no damn way I'm finna eat some damn gopher turtle.
Yeah, when I first moved to, because my property has a whole bunch of those things, and you're supposed to leave them alone. You can't mess with them, which is fine by me. I mean, I like nature. That's why I live out in the country and everything. But when I first moved there, you know, and I had a fence. I put up a fence and everything, but I didn't realize that people always came to my property before I moved there. There was nothing there when we moved there and put a house up and everything. So people would come there and catch those things and do that, make soup or whatever out of them.
Yeah.
And one day I'm leaving to take the kids to school, and I see a guy jump over my fence. He was I was like, are you out of your damn mind? You know, like, what the hell are you doing on my property? And then people were trying to explain to me later that, you know, they were going over there trying to catch those things. I was like, nah, like, this is the country. You have to be out of your mind to go. And so now, back in those days, I didn't shoot as much as I do now. Nobody goes on my property.
Oh yeah. Like that truck that was out there looking at us, like, I think he was having a good time watching us shoot. Yeah,
probably that happens from time to time.
Hey, so Hank, let's talk about what we talked about earlier about SHTF.
Absolutely, yeah. Let's do that. Let me encourage everyone to click the thumbs ups. Okay, we got a couple hundred people watching us right now. I think we can get to 300 thumbs up. So everyone, click the thumbs ups. We're going to talk about Rod and myself and Patrick. We're going to talk about what to do in shit hit the fan situations. You can go ahead and say it.
Yeah. SHTF. What I want to ask, basically, what I really want to do is not only just hear our answers, but I want to also see what the folks in the chat are saying as well. Like, for those that don't know, SHTF is shit hit the fan. Basically, we're looking at a situation where it could be either Mother Nature, it could be man-made, something that will cause a total collapse in the community. And one thing that I thought is when I saw Patrick and James running the other day, and Gabe running and doing the cardio drill, my thing is this: if we ever had a situation where shit hit the fan, what's your go-to gun? Because keep in mind, you can't take one of these with you if you got shit hits the fan. Okay, it's not practical. I mean, think about this: if you're talking about shit hits the fan, let's say if you're talking about having an electronic magnetic pulse, and keep in mind all your cars aren't going to work.
You mean EMPs? EMPs.
Yeah, EMPs, exactly. So what's going to happen? What's your go-to gun? And also remember this: how many rounds do you think you're able to carry, maybe in a backpack or some type of carrying case? You got to understand, because when I was in the military, we did road marches, 15 to 20 miles. Yeah. And we had like maybe we had like a M16, of course, but we also had, we didn't have any ammo with us, but we had a rucksack that weighed about 65, 70 pounds. I mean, and then you were tired as hell after walking maybe only 15 miles. So what's your go-to gun? Where's in your your safe or your gun bag or your closet or your room, what is your go-to gun? Hank, I'll start off with you. What's your go-to
okay,
gun?
now before I answer,
I'll get mine. Hold on.
I'm gonna give a couple of answers here because Walter from Safety Harbor Firearms says you need a SHGF 50. That's what he suggests everyone gets out there. PNW Shooter said, I just bought an MCR belt fed. Mr. FNH, I think he says AK-47. I see, what is this? I'm trying to see what everyone else
Okay,
says
but
here.
understand, if you got an AK-47, there are going to be a lot of people that's going to see you with the AK-47 unless you somehow have like an underfolder or a short barrel that you're going to put in a bag. And then you got to also understand the weight of that as well.
Joe Guzman,
how far do you think you're going to get with that?
Right. Joe Guzman says 10 millimeter. Let's see who else.
All right, I got mine.
Okay, let's see.
So if I'm able to,
All Thumb says AK or AR. Go ahead.
if I have to walk, it's going to be the M9. I'm sorry, M9. M&P 2.0, the full size one. And ammo wise, maybe 200 rounds. Because I'm more worried about. For me, it'd be like if I'm leaving, maybe 200 rounds of 9mm, something like that.
Yeah.
If I'm able to carry it. Damn it, it's too far back. Hold on. Oh. If I'm able to carry it, it would be my suppressed SBR. Because it doesn't weigh a whole lot. This thing's still pretty light.
Right.
It gives you a lot of firepower. But it depends on if I'm able to carry. For, real serious stuff like a hurricane coming through, we're probably just going to stay at the house. Like, I mean, we were without power for 24 hours last year for the whatever the hurricane was.
So you would bug in versus bugging out, then?
If I can, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a pretty safe neighborhood. I'm happy with where we're at. That's what I would do.
But understand this: those people that are bugging out are going to come to your neighborhood. You gotta.
Right.
That's why I have plenty of rifles on hand.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like on my part, I would like to be able to take some kind of 22 with me because I think 22 is a good all around thing that you can use for lots of different situations. Usually the gun itself is lighter weight, and so is the ammo and all that. So I would like to get something like that as a backup. If I was in a vehicle, I would definitely throw a couple of guns in there. Definitely that AOW shotgun from Safety Harbor Firearms, the Keg 12 that you saw. I think you were shooting it, Rod.
Yeah. Until I almost broke my wrist, but
so something like that, I would have like under my car seat or something, even though it doesn't have as much of a capacity. That could back people off. But you said no car, right?
Well, you're not gonna be able to drive a car.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm good with this. This is what I went training with. And I'm not just grabbing it because it's there, but that's pretty good to me, man. Right there. This has everything I'm gonna, need. I might change from a red dot and give myself. This has iron sights on it, so I could always take that off and go iron sights. Because in a situation like that, I feel I'll be better with iron sights. But this is a pretty durable gun right here, man. I know people are gonna see it, but you would have a sling this and have a sidearm, and you're good to go.
I guess this is a good time to show off what I've been working on.
Right.
So I bought something from the shop the other day, and it's in pieces right now because I'm not finished working on it. I'm doing a trigger job on this. But I bought a little tiny North American Arms. This one's called the Bug Out. Comes with a rubber, like a Hogue overmold. Yep, there you go. And it comes.
Oh, look, Rod's showing his.
It comes in this cool plano case.
Now I feel jealous. I don't have mine with me.
So it's like a waterproof plano case, and it's got enough room for your little 22 gun and a box of ammo.
Yep.
So, and the craziest thing to me is it comes with a night sight, which is so weird.
That is nice. Trichicon, right?
Yeah, it's a Trichicon of all things.
Yeah.
It's a neat little thing, but the trigger was when I got the gun, the trigger is crazy heavy. So I'm working on lightening the pull a little bit, just kind of polish up the sears.
Yeah. I think you should always have some kind of 22 on you, and there's plenty of good. Like there's this Henry survival rifle.
Do you know what I really want? And I'm gonna have to try to find one because I don't know if they're even made any longer. It's the M11 survival rifle. Is that what it's called?
M11.
No.
M11.
Yeah.
The one that the military used.
M11.
They put it in one. The reason I want one is there's one on Arms list right now here in Gainesville. Let me see if I can find the original. Here we go.
Is it a 72 or something like that?
No, it's a M6 survival rifle. That's what it's called.
Oh, M6. Okay.
M6 survival rifle. It breaks in half. It uses the original one used 22 Hornet and 410. And in the buttstock, it's here. I'll link you.
Oh,
guys
I see it. I can see it.
Yeah, M6
So
survival
410.
rifle. There's one here in Gainesville for like $1,000, and I really want it, but it's a little on my price range.
Okay, that's cool though.
But it's a neat little thing. Yeah, it folds. It,
410.
Mm-hmm. 22, because a 22 Hornet is, I mean, that's a zippy little round.
Mm-hmm.
That plus a 410, you could hunt
that's
just
a
about
cool gun.
anything. Yeah, it's a neat
I
little
like
thing.
that. I've never seen that before, but that's cool. I like it.
I think you got some guys in the chat that are giving their ideas of their bug out guns.
Oh yeah. So let's see. Let's hit
Top set
some
of gun
more.
control says the AR-57, which I will admit was a super cool gun.
Yeah, it is a nice gun.
I was really skeptical because I've heard years ago when they first came out, there was a guy on Reddit that built one and had like all sorts of problems. Like every week he was reporting back of like the new issue he was having with the gun. Opt out of gun control let me shoot his with an echo trigger in it. That thing was wicked cool. I will give credit where credit is due. It is super. What is it? 30 rounds or 40 rounds? However, 50 round mags, however big those PS90 mags are, with the echo trigger, really really cool.
Yeah. Stefano Dog says AK-74 with optics. Mike Bryan says he has the upper the AR-57 was based on. A lot of people saying 1022s.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Yeah, 1022 is good, and then you have so many options. Like I have a bunch of 1022s that I built from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Those are always good things. That they're lightweight. You can go all kinds of crazy with them. Len Holt says the 22 shotgun.
I never saw that.
Yeah,
22 shotgun. Yeah,
I don't know.
You know what? That 22 AK-47 you had the other day was nice.
How cool is that thing?
Yeah, that was real badass.
Walter's
but,
little full auto thing. Yeah.
I think Walter got that as a kit and then somehow built it up and then had it made full auto. But that was Gabe wouldn't even shoot anything else other than that gun.
I asked Walter if there were anybody had a pre-sample that you could still buy, and basically non-existent. You have to get it as a post sample. So can't be owned by your regular civilian.
Yeah, Beverly Delk said, at Hank Strange and Lola Strange, we need an ammo giveaway. My husband just informed me that we don't have enough ammo if the SHTF. We do have 25 firearms, though, just not enough ammo for them all. Yeah, you know what? We could definitely work on something like that. Might want to sell one of those guns and get some ammo, but, you know.
Well, in the SHTF, you got to understand this is that, I mean, if you're going to be bugging in, you can still use ammo to barter with.
Oh yeah, it's good
for food.
That's another reason why I would bug in is I have a reloading station with probably 15, I'd say probably 5,000 rounds that haven't been built yet. So I could create 5 to 10,000 rounds. So that's good barter material.
Yeah, the most potable thing is a 22. The thing about the 22, it's not you can defend yourself with it. You know, I would probably want to have some other things. You can use it for defense, but mostly that's like a hunting thing. It's a good all around round, in my opinion. You know, but I would probably want to have something a little bit more, potent on that. But it's a good, it's a good backup, I would say. Or a good thing to have because it's lightweight. The ammo's lightweight. The guns are lightweight.
Yeah, but also you gotta take into consideration also for everybody that's saying they want an AK-47 if they're talking about bugging out. Okay, what about your food? You know, you got to take food. You know, you can't eat your gun, so you got to be smart with it because. And also, if you're bugging out, you got to understand this: the majority of all the guns you own are going to be left back at your home.
Yep.
You know, and that's something that a lot of people have to think about as well. You know, for me, I would actually bug in. I mean, unless I got to the point where I could no longer survive by bugging in, and I had to go out and search for food, because keep in mind, you're not going to just find deer running around Jacksonville, Florida, So, and then a lot of people say, well, they're going to be bugging out. Well, one thing I would advise against bugging out a lot, unless you're bugging out at least about a month ahead of time before the situation happens, because for anybody that's been in traffic when there's been like a hurricane, I know 2 years ago when Matthew hit, me and my girlfriend at the time, we were going to try to go to Atlanta, and man, just getting out of Jacksonville was crazy. I mean, I had to take back roads just to get to like 90. I was going to take 10 west and go up 75, and then traffic in Jacksonville was crazy. So I went ahead and went through some neighborhoods and finally got on I-95 and went through Savannah, and then took Savannah all the way up to Macon, then Atlanta. But I will tell you this, that one, people were running out of gas, even though they had traffic going both ways on 16 going through Georgia, going from Savannah to Macon. People were running out of gas because traffic was so bad. They had it going in one direction. And then I'm like, man, in a bug out situation, it would be 3 times as bad as this. So you would probably wind up dying on the highway because you'd be in traffic somewhere along with everybody else.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. I mean, that's why I live in the country. Unless you have to bug out of the country, most people are bugging out of cities and headed towards the country. People are probably headed towards higher ground. We used to live in West Palm Beach, which is literally at sea level, if not below. So that's why we moved to some place that I think we're like about 80 feet above sea level. Florida doesn't have a lot of places that are really high above sea level, but we're a little bit higher. The thing is if you are in the city and you have to bug out, a couple things might help you. Something that's a 4x4 might help you with that, like a Jeep, a Wrangler or some other thing. Like we have a 4Runner. That's what that bad boy's for. Or if you've got a 4x4 pickup truck or something, that can help you up to a certain point. After that, I think either dirt bikes or bicycles or both.
Yeah.
Because at some point you might have to leave those things, and you probably would want to have bicycles or dirt bikes or whatever to take it further. And yeah, then you're going to have to leave stuff behind. I was talking to Angry American that we've had on before, Chris Weatherman, the author of those survival books, Surviving Home and all that kind of stuff. And
which are fantastic, by the way.
Yeah, they're great books. And he says that because he has this big, massive like F-250 and all that. And he knows that at some point he might have to, like, if he has to bug out with that, he might have to actually abandon that vehicle. And I asked him, I was like, what would you do when you abandon that vehicle? And he was like, oh, I'll burn it down. So he has, he's got flares and stuff like that for doing it. But at some point, as you go along, if it's a real situation like that, as you go along, you're going to have to keep dropping stuff. Your vehicle's going to run out of gas. Then you have to.
It's going to run out of gas. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to have something else to go to and something else. And then eventually, you can't carry everything. So you just have to keep leaving things. And you have to have some idea of what you're going to leave with all these things. What are you going to do with them? Where are you leaving them? Is someone going to use those things against you? Which I think is the point that he was making, that he has all this stuff in his truck that he doesn't want to leave behind for someone to come up behind him and use against him. And all, I mean, we're talking like real extreme situations here, but it could happen.
Well, think about those people in New Orleans with Katrina.
Yeah.
That's and people want to say, well, that'll never happen. Hell, like in 2006, Katrina. Ask somebody from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Think about those people that couldn't bug out, that bugged in, and keep in mind, how many days was it before they started getting aid? About almost a week.
Yeah, something like that.
Things can happen to you anywhere. Things have happened in New York several times that I could tell you in New York City. But 9/11, for example, in 9/11, I lived in New Jersey. I used to go into New York every single day because that's where my family lives. And I was like kind of like outcast because I moved to New Jersey. But the thing is that my brother was in the Bronx. He's a teacher. That's what the family business is, to be honest with you. My brother was in the Bronx, and he had to walk home from the Bronx to Brooklyn.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How
So
long is that? I've never been in New York City.
that's a long friggin' time, I tell you that. I mean, people were just walking on highways and stuff like that, and you would think, what the hell's going on? These buildings went down, you know, the World Trade Center buildings and some other buildings went down, but that effectively shut everything down in New York City. When I went in a few days later, there were tanks at the Holland Tunnel and at the bridges. There were tanks and soldiers, and all kinds of craziness was going on. That was New York City, you know? That kind of stuff happens in the zeros. So if you think you live someplace and things can't happen, we all live in Florida. Things happen every day. The biggest thing is you lose electricity. Even here in Gainesville, in the city itself, that was last year, right?
It sure was.
We lost power for 24 hours.
Yeah, you lost it for 24 hours. Some people didn't have power.
We're without for like a week. Yeah.
Think about those people that didn't top off their gas at the gas station, and all the gas was gone. Because in my neighborhood or my subdivision or my side of town, what I'm going to say, most parts of Jacksonville did not have any gas at gas stations.
Yeah.
And watching people, this was only maybe 2 days, and they began to get desperate. So let's think about maybe if it happened, you got 2 weeks of, okay, first of all, you're not able to, all the grocery stores are closed because there are no trucks that are able to come in, commerce able to come in and deliver those groceries.
Yeah, that was a big thing. Is nothing could get in. Trucks weren't getting, like down to South Florida. It took them a good couple of weeks to get everything flowing like normal because trucks just couldn't get down there.
Hell, think about Puerto Rico.
They're still without power.
Yeah, man, Puerto Rico. Yeah,
Puerto Rico's fucked for like a long time.
By the way, Mr. Saving the Day, he says he's got lots of prepping stuff on his channel, so I invite you guys to go check that out, Mr. Saving the Day. Yeah, man, there's lots of things that happen like that. And when we had that here in Florida, you saw lots of people going to the country just for gas. Like I just literally, when that happened, I was literally on the road headed back to Florida while that stuff was coming in from training with Reed. So when I got back, Lola and I, we because you know she had gas and everything, but I was like, you know what, I don't want to leave my truck without gas, and we wound up finding gas in the country, like where I live is country. So we went deeper in and we found gas, but the gas station was crazy. Everyone came from Gainesville and drove all the way out there, and I'm talking 40 miles.
Just to get gas
into the deep country to get gas, and then people were fighting, and I was like, "Are these people from Gainesville crazy?" Because the people in the country, we're rolling around strapped up, you know. And there's people out there fighting and all that kind of stuff over gas. I was like, "Wow." So after that, we put gas in that thing. We just went home and like, let's just chill and see what happens, you know. So that's something that you should think about. Like if you like to drive around and drive your gas tank down to empty, and you rely on your car. That is not a good idea because you never know when stuff is going to hit. And it's better off when that stuff hits to just park your car and go, okay, I know I have gas in here. And
save it until you need it.
Yeah, exactly. When stuff happens, park your car. And when it comes to the end, then you can get out of there. Nowadays, I mean, I don't 100% adhere to this, but most of the vehicles around me, I want to be 4x4.
That's what I keep telling Marley when we buy our next. So our next vehicle is going to be some sort of like four-door truck. Whenever we get that, it's going to be 4-wheel drive for sure. I mean, 4-wheel drive used to be sort of a luxury thing to get on vehicles. Nowadays, trucks are just almost every truck you can get 4-wheel drive easy, and it's not that expensive. It's totally worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys in the chat they're really giving some good ideas on some shit hit the fan weapons. So
these guys are prepared.
Damn it! Now I want one of those.
And like people are saying, like I see someone who said this. I think this is Alec F1. We lose power for a week here, and nobody kills anyone because ultimately, like if you live in the country, people are like, damn it, we can remember when power wasn't a normal thing.
Yeah,
you know,
in the city,
sleep during the daytime, go outside at night.
Man, in the city, man, it's like crazy, man. People start. So you got to think. All right, so now power's been off for about a week or so. Shit hit the fan has already happened for a week. There's no food. Think about this. People will become desperate, and if you have food in your home, think about this: how keen your nose is when you're hungry,
if you're cooking,
somebody's cooking. Oh yeah, you're gonna have everybody at your house if you live in an urban area. You know what? And shit.
What I've always told my dad. So my parents, after years ago, probably 10 years ago, after a hurricane knocked out power in Tampa for 4 days, my dad ended up going and getting one of the full house generators. And it's just hooked to propane, and it'll run 24/7 for like 2 weeks, something like that. And the thing that I always tell him is, if anything ever happens, if power is truly out and things are down for a week, you need to have fire. Because people are going to hear that generator running and go, that guy's got power. I want to go over there.
Yeah,
absolutely. And like I said, depends on where you are. I think that's one of the drawbacks of living in a highly developed area.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's the way that it is. You should just always be aware of what's going on and know what plans you have to get out of there. Okay, so let's see here. Let's switch a little bit from that. That was a pretty good subject. So I think we were talking about there was some 430 stuff that we were talking about yesterday, which
what'd you guys discuss?
Well, because Military Arms Channel put up a post suggesting that everyone go out there and register their name on 430. So, which is a good idea. I think you guys should do that. I know with all the anxiety over what's happening on YouTube, etc., we're all dealing with that. Obviously, there's things that Patrick and I can't talk about in that regards yet. But I think that was, he put out some good advice. Go out there, register your name at 430. Can't knock that at all. But then it seems like the 430 came into the news for something else, because I see it here on The Truth About Guns. It says 430.com. We don't censor our gun video content creators. So it says, we recently became aware of a malicious rumor spreading around the web regarding censorship at 430.com. 430 does not censor its content creators in any way. 430 does not remove videos or add videos for its content creators. Only the content creators can add or remove their videos. So I think there was some kind of like thing going on it says in the case of a claimed removal of an in-range TV video featuring the use of a bump stock, 430 did not remove the video in question, nor do we have a policy banning bump fire stock videos.
Why? Wait, did InRange say that they got something removed?
I don't know. Maybe there was something going around where someone said that happened, but
for some reason they decided to go off to Pornhub to get their content stored.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what that's about, but that's from Military Arms Channel. So
weird.
I wasn't aware of something going on there. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of things going on around that particular thing, and I know people have anxiety, right, over what to do with all this stuff.
Go if anybody has ever been interested in making a channel about firearms, go claim your name. So all I can say about it.
Yeah. So go over there, claim whatever name it is that you have. Things don't stay the same.
No, things definitely don't stay the same.
Yeah. I think we're skirting around about the limit of what we can say with that particular thing. But so and I think that come on, that's the whole point of what's going on there. So I'm not sure what happened with that particular story. I did see that there were some people who were jumping on the Pornhubs.
What's funny is that they're not the first guys to jump in on Pornhub. A YouTuber that I watch, that's funny enough, is actually out of Tampa. And he goes by Critical.
Mm-hmm.
He had a video taken down by YouTube. It was something stupid. It was like it was something absolutely ridiculous. And they said he broke one of their rules and took it down. So he went to Pornhub and hosted it there. This was like a year ago that he did that. So they're not the first, but I totally understand where they're coming from. Everybody's afraid that their way of life is going to be taken from them, because I don't know that Ian InRange is not just Ian, it's that other guy too, but I don't know that that's all they do for a living, but I'm sure it's a chunk of their money.
Yeah, and
that is being taken from them now.
Yeah, it's justifiable for people to feel that way.
It's literally historic. Well, InRange, similar to what's Ian do? The other channel he does, which is
Forgotten Weapons.
Forgotten Weapons. It's literally old guns that aren't even really. Nobody has them. They're historic firearms. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But YouTube's all about let's kill every gun channel out there. They'll never admit to that, but that's what's happening.
Yeah, and I think that's just that's what we have to expect from these guys, right?
Yeah. At this point, yes.
Yeah,
they don't want you to play in their sandbox, so they're going to take their ball or their sandbox and kick you out and tell you need to go play somewhere else because I don't like how you're playing.
Yeah, and we don't, ultimately, whether or not they did these things, do we even want to deal with these people?
No, I don't.
We're helping them build something, and then they're using whatever they get out of it to destroy us.
I can tell you that with all the people complaining about the 1%ers and whatnot, YouTube and Google is getting rich off the backs of the content creators. And even with the adpocalypse, I promise you they're not hurting. Not like a content creator is. So
yeah, I absolutely, I totally agree with that. What we have to worry about all the time, and I think people should consider this, is you don't own anything on these social medias, and then they don't owe you anything.
They owe you nothing.
Yeah, so there's no guarantees or anything like that. I think they're a far cry from being declared utilities. Maybe they should be declared utilities or whatever.
I don't agree with that either.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily. Yeah, I'm not necessarily sitting around waiting for that.
Because it's never going to happen.
Yeah,
at least I don't think it will, and it shouldn't. It's a private company. Let them piss off and do whatever they want. But competition in the space is a good thing, and I think ultimately, with whatever changes come down from whomever, things will get better for guns, specifically gun content creators.
Yeah, Rick Thompson wants to know what the hell you're working on now.
I'm putting that gun back together. I finished the trigger job, and I'm trying to get it back together.
Oh, you took it apart, and then you put it back together, then you took it apart again.
Yeah. The trigger wasn't like I wanted it, so I'm putting it back together last time, hopefully.
Yeah, this is what Babyface really loves about these things.
I'm a mechanical man. That's from a song. But no, I like machines. Machines talk to me, and I just like working on them.
Yeah, that's what we like. That's what I like about watches and stuff like that. By the way, someone was asking, like, what watch, I think it was the Tyven show, was asking what watch Rod Mills has on. I don't know if it was today or when you were on the Hacienda. Are you wearing the same watch, Rod?
Yeah, I got the same watch. This is a regular old Casio.
You might have to take it off and show it to us.
Right.
So
cool.
Is it a G-Shock or?
No, actually, I got a G-Shock, but this is just a regular plain old Walmart Casio, and I keep it just to maybe go shooting, and I don't care if it gets broken. I think I paid
the light. The light. You've got some light on there, which Lola demanded. There you go. Okay, so now we get there. You go.
I think I paid like maybe $19 for it, and it's been running for like the last 3-4 years.
No, Casio's a good watch, man.
Well, they make G-Shock.
Yeah,
it'll run forever.
Yeah. What about you, Babyface? What you rocking?
I am rocking the recently redone Tag Heuer.
What was redone? What was redone?
I sent it back to my cousin, and I ordered for wholesale price was like $35. Got a whole brand new set of hands. So the hands, let's see if you can get some light on there. Let me turn the screen brightness up. There we go, so you guys can see.
Oh, look at that! I like the blue face on that. Is that is the bezel ceramic?
No, I don't think so. But yeah, he polished the whole thing up. I got a new set of hands for it, which now actually glow in the dark.
That looks good.
The old ones were completely falling apart. But yep, got a brand new set of hands.
Is that a quartz tag?
Yeah, it's a quartz. This is what they marketed. It's the 1500 series. It's what they marketed as like the working man's tag. Yeah. So in tag words, it's only like a $500 watch, which for a Tag Heuer is not expensive.
Right.
It's not like they're high end.
Yeah, but I'm not knocking it. That's still cool. There's some really cool quartz watches out there.
Really pretty. That's the reason I got it. Plus, it was a $100 watch for me.
Yeah. I want to get what is that? The Inox? What is that from?
Yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah. There's this company that makes the Inox, which is like a pretty bulletproof watch. So here's mine for anyone that wants to see. This I got this from. This is a Laco, and it's a German watch. automatic. If you can see the, I don't know if you guys could see the second hand. The second hand is in that sub dial right below the 12 there. So that's where the second hand is. It's like a pilot's watch, and I got that from the watch gang thing that I'm in, which sends you watches and stuff like that. So I'm testing that out and see if it's worth the money. So, you know, which this is actually not a bad watch. So
looks nice.
There's and there are affordable. There's affordable Swiss watches out there if you're into all that stuff, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Hamilton is one that we all like around here.
That is one of my favorite brands. Hamilton and Omega are my favorite brands.
Oh yeah, I like Omega.
Yeah. So are you deep into watches? Are you into watches?
No, not really. I mean, right now on my to-do list before the end of this year, I'll be getting a Movado.
Ooh, good on you. Fancy man up in here.
Well, actually, guess what? I went to a friend of mine let me borrow his Sam's card, and that book bag that I said that I had the other day, while I was going to the checkout counter, I saw that they sold Movados. I'm like, wow. And the Movado watch I wanted was like half off in there. Cool. Yeah, I think it was like $450.
No, not bad.
Yeah, and I said,
Movado, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, yeah. So I said, I might get that for myself for Christmas this year. If I don't decide to get my another gun, so who knows?
I like a Movado. Nothing wrong with that, you know.
Yeah,
Movado's a nice watch.
Yeah, I mean, and I got a G-Shock, one of the older G-Shocks, and you know, I saw Will Killer had his on the other day, and it reminded me. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Should I get another G-Shock? And I'm like, I don't know. I said, I really love this Casio. Hell, I'll wear this Casio before I wear my G-Shock. You know?
Oh, really?
Rod, if you come down, you let me know if you're ever going to be down in Tampa. I'll take you by the family watch shop.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We have we do sell G-Shock because they're super popular, but their big ones are Seiko and Citizen. Those are their big brands.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well, let's see. Go ahead.
If I come down there, I have to go with you to Clearwater Beach to Frenchie's.
Yeah, you're telling me that place is really good, and I've never been there before.
Man, you got to go there. God, you got to go there. I mean, to everybody that doesn't know about Frenchie's or the original Frenchie's at Clearwater Beach, imagine a Whopper with the fish sandwich in it, and it comes out about this much on the east side, and it's like, man, it's like the best. I mean,
yeah, I know you were talking about that. That's cool. All right, let me shout out who was talking about watches here. Better Call Saul's was saying something, but he's not talking about. Tim Smith said Banks off-grid watch, German made. Never heard of that. I guess I got to check that out. Richard Hughes was trying to give us a tongue twister. He says Irish wristwatch. Yeah, Irish wristwatch. So there you go. Len Holt says, what about Timex?
Hey, you know what the saying is, if you want a fancy watch, you buy Rolex. If you want something that actually works, you buy Timex.
Takes a lickety and keep on ticking. Remember that?
Right.
Yeah. Right. Andrew Mitchie said, I wear a Fred Flintstone watch. Joe Guzman says Omega and Hublot.
Never heard of Hublot.
You never heard of Hublot?
No, I love Omega though.
Oh, okay.
Dream Watch, for anybody that's out there that's a watch guy, Dream Watch is a Patek Philippe. One day I will own a Patek Philippe.
Patek, yeah, a Patek. The rappers are all up in the Pateks now. I hear.
Are they really? That ruins it for me, Hank.
What? That's all over rap songs now.
Are they? Is it really?
Yes.
That completely ruins it. Now I can't own one.
You heard the song Stir Fry from the Migos? You ever heard of Migos?
No.
There's these rappers called the Migos. Yeah.
Three guys.
Yeah, they have a song called Stir Fry, and all up in there they're talking about Patek and Patek Philippe.
Because it's an awesome brand. But
yeah, I've heard Jay-Z talking about Patek.
Ruin it.
Yeah.
It used to be such a cool.
Rappers really aren't on Rolexes anymore, man.
I know, they're getting off.
Yeah, and by the way, like because I'm into watches, I was looking at Basel Show, which is like SHOT Show for watches. And, you know, it's in Geneva. And you know what? We've got to go there one year, man.
That Rolly that you showed me, I would 100% own that rainbow Rolex or whatever it was super cool.
But what's real badass is, if anyone knows about Rolexes, there's this Pepsi Rolex that's like has a red and blue bezel on it. But Tudor came out with a Pepsi Tudor. I think it's in the Black Bay family, so it has the blue and red, but it's a Tudor. So Tudor is like a sister company of Rolex, just more affordable, and it's pretty badass. So that's like one of the most badass things. Yeah, that's one of the most badass things that I saw from that. Tango Hunter says that. Okay, Tango Hunter said the stir fry song is so dumb. Beverly Delk says she has an Elgin. I heard someone said that Elgin, yeah.
They're old school American watches. Used to be made in the U.S. I think they're defunct now, though.
Someone said that their wife has the original Movado museum watch, and I think I have one of those.
I don't know what that looks like.
The Movado, it's just like the face has nothing. I think because I think I have one of these.
That's what Movado's known for.
Yeah, there's nothing on the face except like one dot.
Yeah, that's what Movado's known for.
At 12, yeah. So, the one I have might not be an original one, but there you go.
Did you buy it from a guy on the streets in New York?
Who, me? No. I got ripped off like that before.
Did you really?
Yeah. Well, not me, like a girlfriend that I had back in the days before the Lolas came along. Yeah. She bought these watches that were not really real.
Oh.
Hey, let's talk about knives. Got me a little knife.
Oh, there you go. There's something I can show off real quick before we call it for the night.
Let's see. Go ahead. Boom.
You guys ready for this one?
That's a Sharpie that Rod has right there. What is that? Let's see what is this, Rod?
It's a CRK or CK Dragon. It actually, I bought it from the pawn shop for like $30, and I kind of wear it sometimes like a neck knife. But I'm actually in the market for a nice little neck knife. So I kind of just keep this in the room by the bedside.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. What you got, Patrick?
See if anybody recognizes this. Walter would. That can you guys see that? Let me turn the brightness back up. Boop,
it's not a Swiss Army knife, is it?
That is the original Cub Scout knife.
Yeah.
Oh, Cub Scout.
Cub Scout. Yeah, I was gonna say I had a Cub Scout knife.
Yeah,
man.
It's got the Cub Scout logo. And
I see it now.
Yeah.
You can see when I was a kid, I must have really worn this blade out because it's got like a spot here.
Oh, I didn't know you were a Cub Scout. That's cool.
Oh, I was a Boy Scout all the way through.
Oh, okay.
Never got Eagle. Never made Eagle. But yeah, I found this at my parents' house last weekend, and I brought it with me.
Wow.
I gotta sharpen it back up and make it usable again. But yeah, this thing survived my childhood somehow.
Yeah, Safety Harbor says it's a BSA knife.
Yep, this one's it's a Camelus knife.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I used to have one, man.
Yeah.
Len Holt says Havilon, Kershaw, SOG, and Victorinoxes. That was the watch I was going to tell you guys about. The Victorinox Inox is supposed to be one of the toughest watches in the world, and I got to get me one of those. So, by the way, I'm just going to show off my 9mm build. One more again. I just can't, I can't resist that in the Gorn that we're showing. This is the upper is from Guntech. The upper is Guntech, and then the lower is from the Firearms Farm. Or Farm Gun Works.
What kind of trigger?
Just a regular trigger in there. I haven't upgraded the trigger.
Okay.
Regular trigger is fine by me. So
what kind of what is it? Damn, I had a brain fart.
The muzzle device?
No, the muzzle.
This muzzle device up here.
Yeah,
this is like a fake. This is a fake suppressor. It's look like a SOCOM Mini, but it's from Guntech. So it's on the Guntech website, and you can remove it when you actually put a suppressor on there, which is what I'm going to do. Inevitably, a suppressor has to live on this bad boy.
Yeah.
So right now it's in the testing phases. I know I did put up a video of this for people who are interested out there.
Gotcha.
So, gotta move.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what? It's 9 o'clock. We can wrap this up. I know we've been going for some time here.
Man.
Yeah. Let's. Here's what we should do. Let's find out what Babyface is up to. Babyface, what are you getting up to?
Work. Lots and lots of work, which is good. It's keeping me busy, and we're making progress on big things, big announcements coming up. Everybody get excited.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep up the good work on the Big Daddy Unlimited stuff there. So, and for everyone who has pointers for Big Daddy Unlimited, direct all those to Babyface. That's one of his babies.
Soon we should be working on bug fixing, and I have some things that I want to fix, so we'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna absolutely work on it, keep making it better.
Yep.
And we can do that with the help of all the people out there. So okay, awesome. Gonna see you tomorrow here at work. Okay, Mr. Rod Mills, what's going on with you?
Man, I plan on being busy with my training regimen. I've got a bunch of Score Shirt Firearms training. You can find it on Facebook. You can actually friend me at Rod Mills, RODMILLS. For all my Spanish speaking folks, that's RODMILLS. That's in Spanish.
Okay, all right.
But I actually got a couple of ladies that actually have contacted. Hey, there's Nick Bone. They have contacted me and said that they want to go ahead and do like a ladies' range day. So I'm going to have a class of maybe about.
He looks like a giant right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, he does. I'm going to have a class of about maybe 15 women coming up in the next couple of weeks, and then another class of maybe about 7 to 8 women that are looking to learn how to shoot and don't know how to shoot. And I'm going to take them through the course, and I'll take it easy with them. I may not have them doing what Patrick did, but I try to kind of lead that for the experienced folks. But yeah, man, I'm going to be staying pretty busy. And then, of course, we'll all be linking up in Dallas. Hopefully I can get some Gorn out there. Hopefully I can maybe go out there and try some barbecue as well, because me, guns and barbecue, they go together, man.
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong there.
Yep. Absolutely not. So I see Walter's talking about his Microtex again. By the way, if anybody has a hookup on some Microtex, I'm down. Let me know.
What's a Microtex?
That's the automatic knives.
Okay.
I need to get one of those. It's kind of difficult because not everywhere wants to ship them because there's all these things that go along with, it's a whole thing. But
are they on eBay?
I don't know. Probably some knockoffs are on eBay, but Microtex themselves are pretty.
Yeah, and they're really expensive. A good knife is $200 and something, and they go. That's like baseline, and they go up from there.
Yeah,
I got a $50 threshold on knives.
So. Okay. All right. So listen, let me thank everyone in the chat. Everyone giving us thumbs ups. We appreciate it. Just keep hitting those thumbs ups. We appreciate you guys stopping by. Lots of good questions. Lots of good answers to the questions in the chat. Good to see everyone's getting along. I want to give a shout out to everyone that sponsors us. That's ATI Outdoors, Safety Harbor Firearms, Andrews Custom Leather, of course, Big Daddy Guns, all the people who support us on Patreon. It's Patreon/Hank Strange. Let me not forget to tell you to go check out our email list and get on that so we can always keep in touch with you no matter what happens in the upcoming Firearmageddon or ban, the purge on YouTube. This is going to become very useful along with a lot of other things, but it's hankstrange.tv. If you're looking for it, there is a link here in the description. You can click on that and definitely go and enter your email. And that's how we're going to give away all the things that we give away and keep people, informed on what's going on with us. Big shout out to Babyface P for coming on, and Buckshot. There he goes, infamous Buckshot / AKA Neckbone up in the house. Also, big thanks to Rod Mills for joining us tonight. Very good conversation. Rod, we appreciate it, man. Look forward to seeing you here more on the channel.
No problem. And I'm not Kevin Dixie.
No, he's not. No. The shout out to Kevin Dixie.
Somebody asked me that at the hacienda today. Hey, aren't you the guy that has a little girl on them? I'm like,
no.
No, you will see Kevin Dixie. Yeah, exactly.
Gabe said
you
that.
You could have said, no, I didn't roll up on no donk. There you go. So, all right, we're out of here, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace. We're out. We're out of here.